So if you're going to get a profit, like for example, if you're making a profit in from customers, like for example in the Netherlands, let's say that if Google is making profit, is making revenue from customers in the Netherlands, why not make that revenue taxable in that country instead of making it taxable in the Seychelles? That tax system that needs to change, and if companies like Google don't do it, they need to be called out. Say, okay, well actually the revenue you made in the Netherlands was not paid in taxes in the Netherlands. That might put Google at risk, because there are other things like other options for search and for other services. But at the moment, people don't care. They turn a blind eye, or it's not even known. But once this becomes public knowledge, once this goes out, and the effects of that become...
I have not so much heard about for Japanese company. They are doing that kind of evading tax.
I don't think Japan would be much different. But I don't speak from knowledge or experience. I don't know whether they are evading tax.
Right.
I would say they would. Why would they not?
They never heard about it. I've never.
Are you sure?
Right?
I doubt it. I really doubt it. Well, actually, I should know, because I work for a company that probably facilitates.
Like Hitachi, Fujitsu, they are paying tax in Japan.
I would be so surprised if they would actually do that. So
Really?
you think they would bring their profits back to Japan instead of paying taxes over?
Yeah.
I don't believe it 1 second.
Really?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know.
So it means you are talking about we don't have any solution for kind of
Well, I
evading
think
tax.
the solution is basically the customer.
Custom.
The customer is the solution.
What do you mean custom?
The customer, because ultimately these companies make lots of money because people buy their services. Why do people buy their services? Because they like their services, but they also need to feel good about the company itself. Would you buy services even though you want it, but you know the company is evil?
Oh, it's impossible.
Why not?
It's impossible. People they try to get better service. They try to
It's
get
not. But
better
okay,
service.
so if let's take Starbucks for example. Let's take Starbucks. I can buy a cup of Starbucks, and at the other side of the street there's a Tully's, and there is a Dottore. Dottore. There are alternatives, but if I know that Starbucks is basically not paying into the system, they are an evil company, I wouldn't hesitate and go to Dottore instead.
Which is strange. So do you know the Starbucks around Grande, a cup of coffee, how much it is?
No, probably like 500, 600 yen or something.
No, 400 yen. But this is too expensive. You know, downstairs 120, right? Too expensive, the cup of coffee.
Right, but you're not paying only for the coffee, you're also paying for the
But
atmosphere.
everybody wants to go to Starbucks, right?
Yeah.
It's strange.
Right. Well, people don't just go there for the coffee. They also go there to sit and relax and read a book, and because they like the atmosphere. It's not only the coffee.
Why not going to the more cheaper coffee shop?
Well, the atmosphere is different. The music is different. The staff is different. I don't know. They just want to spoil themselves a little bit and say, okay, well, I'm planning to work here for 2 hours. I mean, 2 hours, a cup of coffee, even though it's 400 yen, it's just 200 yen per hour.
Okay, so
I think
you said customer. Okay, I don't understand. Customer, why they going to pick up Starbucks? Why don't pick up Facebook? Because it's a good service.
Okay, but even Facebook is not invulnerable. What happened with Facebook is that all of a sudden younger people turned away from Facebook, and they unsubscribed from Facebook after the security breaches. People were 2 years ago. They were all young people were going to Instagram because their parents were on Facebook. It's embarrassing.
Same, even going to Instagram.
Yeah, but then Facebook bought it. But that was in response to that action. So they saw customers leaving, therefore they bought Instagram. But that
But the
means,
reason is different.
but it means that people.
No, I say reason is different. And people leave because of
I
their
think
fairness.
Facebook is actually very much at risk. Facebook is not a stable model. I wouldn't be surprised if Facebook is basically could be eradicated. What happened to what's the other one that was absolutely the number one in the world before Facebook? It was, I forgot. MySpace.
What?
MySpace.
I don't know.
MySpace was the forerunner of Facebook, and it had a 90% market share. Then
Really?
Facebook came along, and dang, MySpace was gone in a second. Now Facebook has a very wide reach, but it's very simple, and it doesn't cost anything to go to a new space. So it's just like a popular bar. Okay, it has been around for a while. Everybody's going there, but if all of a sudden the cool kids start to go to the bar across the street, everybody will follow.
So what's wrong?
So what's wrong?
So
What I'm trying to say is not that it's wrong, but these companies should very much be very worried about their reputation, because if their reputation is tainted, it's very easy for people just to pick up their things and go to another platform. So that's the solution. I think naming and shaming and pointing out that a company like Facebook is actually basically abusing our tax money, our investments, and taking their enormous benefits out of it, out of our country, without contributing to our system.
So this reason is the kind of reason customer will going switching from Facebook to the other company?
It could be, yeah. I think it definitely could be. Ultimately, every company survives, makes money at the grace of their customers.
We can't find out alternation.
So at the moment, this is not, because it's not widely publicized how it works, and people
Maybe moving to Instagram.
make it deliberately difficult. But the public opinion, I make no mistake, I think that everybody is super worried about the public opinion and what people think about them, especially companies like Facebook. Maybe Google has a little bit more leverage on people because they have their email, their basically their online suite and everything else.
Yeah, Google, you can change it. You
can use DuckDuckGo, and this is a very good.
You cannot slow the Gmail away. No, you cannot.
Of course, I can. I can use my Hotmail account if I want to. No problem.
You cannot. You go into Gmail, but you cannot.
I can. I have no problem.
Very convenient.
Of course, I like Google products. I'm a big fan of them, but that doesn't mean that I will stay loyal to them till death do us part. If I feel that they are doing stuff that I cannot agree of, and I have good alternatives, then I would do it. But I would be easier swayed to leave Facebook than I would be Google. That's true. But only to this extent, and after that, I don't need to use Google system stuff anymore because there are enough alternatives.
I don't understand what you mean.
You don't understand?
No, Google supports lots of supportive functions because they have lots of money.
No.
Right?
Right, but
it's difficult to competitors coming on the surface against Google.
Why?
It's almost impossible.
Okay, so for search I can use DuckDuckGo, right? For online I can use Microsoft. It works just as well as Google. For email, for any other things, I can use Microsoft. I can use Yahoo. I can use. There are enough options out there. For any other service, tell me what's.
Oh, Microsoft is also evading tax, right?
I don't know what Microsoft is doing. I don't know whether they are evading tax. I wouldn't be surprised if they are, but I mean there are alternatives. There are alternatives out there.